Hi, it's Faraz Rahal again. We're at OIS at ASRS in Chicago. We're having a beautiful day here. The meeting is going very well. I'm with Chuck Hess of BNL, Bausch Lomb, and we're going to talk a little bit about their surgical products, primarily their newest surgical product, which I'm dying to hear about as a retina surgeon myself. Chuck, welcome. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you
Thanks
taking
for having me,
a few minutes to talk to us. I've been around BNL products my entire career. We all know your company very well. You know a lot of us very well in the vitreoretinal space. The ultrasound development for retina surgery. I'm just going to leave it there and let you tell us about it. What is it? How does it work? Where do you see the gains for vitreoretinal surgeons and patients with it?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Hypersonics is really an exciting field, and so we innovated a technology called the Hess a few years back. Right now, we're in the clinic. We're in about a dozen ORs around the world, just gathering data and information. And what we're working on is really perfecting three areas. First of all, the software. The software is, obviously the control mechanism for managing, the hypersonic energy. But most importantly, gathering enough information to really fine-tune our settings, as well as technique changes as well. So we're gathering so much great information. The technology is super exciting, and we think that as we continue on with this process of gathering data and refining and fine-tuning the technology, it will be the game changer that everybody thinks it will be. So it's very exciting, and it's really exclusively available on our Stellaris Elite system, which was introduced about 2 years ago. And it's really become now the platform of innovation for us. In fact, this year at the meeting, we'll be launching 4 new technologies that will go hand in hand with the Stellaris Elite. We actually are launching a new 23 gauge biblade technology.
Say that again, 23 gauge?
23 gauge biblade technology.
Okay.
So this is a 23 gauge cutter, very similar to our 25 and 27 gauge cutter, but it features a dual cut aspect of the cutter. So it improves efficiency. The port is always open, so you get very good flow through the probe, and it gives us an opportunity to raise the bar on efficiency. And so that paired with another new technology we're introducing right here at ASRS is a technology called free flow. And free flow actually enables a 40% increase in infusion over just a normal infusion cannula. And why that is so important is that as you're getting these more efficient cutters like the biblade technology, you want that extra infusion pressure to be able to compensate for the or always open port of these biblade cutters.
Sure, and avoid hypotony. If you got that kind of flow, you got to keep up.
Absolutely.
What have you heard back from the 12 centers doing the ultrasonic surgery, where they see the advantages, pitfalls, if any, that you can share with us, but certainly where have they seen the advantages, or where does your company think it's going to fit in?
Sure, absolutely. Well, we're hearing a lot of great feedback from reduction in traction to management of membranes. We're also hearing a lot of feedback on just the overall condition of the patient post-op. So those are some of the things that we're still digging into. There's not enough data to really to zero in on one specific advantage.
It makes sense that the more complicated near the retina membranous tissue removal might be safer. Just conceptually, I've not used it myself, but the cutting and the sucking of a cutter is the inherent danger in incarcerating the retina and taking a piece of the retina and so forth. Perhaps with this technology, those tight spaces with tough membranes might be easier to remove.
Yeah, absolutely. We're anxious to learn more as we continue these surgeries with these 12 sites, and as we get more and more data, we're going to be able to share a lot more information and knowledge of how this is different than traditional pneumatic cutting, and really how to leverage it to your advantage in the operating room and for the patient.
And that, I'm sure you have great guys doing it. I know Carlo was doing some, and
Correct.
There's a number of centers.
Correct.
Let me switch gears a little bit. Your company, like others, interested in artificial intelligence. It's a buzzword, everyone talks about it. What's your angle? What are your people doing or interested in that space?
Absolutely. Well, this is an exciting category in and of itself. And we recently launched the Intelligence ecosystem. And the Intelligence ecosystem is really our way to connect the company to the doctor and to the facility. And it's really that connection of information and data resourcing that gives us an opportunity to become more resourceful to you as a clinician, as well as your facility, to manage your business most effectively. And so we believe that there's multifactorial opportunities within data and data collection, but most importantly, how do we use it to make good clinical and business decisions in our practice. So that's what we're working on right now. In fact, since January of this year, we have this intelligence technology connected to close to 250 of our Stellaris Elite units that are in the field today. So we're gathering information and data from each and every one of those surgical procedures. We have about 48,000 procedures since January that we've been able to harvest information. And so what's exciting for us right now is really learning how physicians interface with our technology in the field, but most importantly, how they use that data then to make good clinical decisions in their practice. In fact, recently we had a paper that was presented from a surgeon who actually studied his past cases and identified areas that he could actually reduce his flow during cataract surgery and reduce his power usage as well. So we're seeing a lot more of that. We're also looking at this technology as helping us to develop and design better technology. And so a lot of the data that we're now seeing is really helping us as we continue to form our strategy around our next generation platform. So using the data for the clinical purpose, from the business purpose, is also critical. And then ultimately the whole notion here is as we gather more data, we'll now be able to start to leverage that to help us from an artificial intelligence perspective.
So you're already giving feedback to some surgeons on their own data as a result of this. Just for those out there who might be interested, so anyone who has the B&L surgical device in their OR could get access to such information with you, or do they have to be connected specially with a software device?
Yeah, so the intelligence technology is embedded in each of our new Stellaris Elite units, and so just by purchasing the unit, installing it in your office, we connect to the machine and we start gathering your data. And each surgeon gets a special login so that when they get to the OR, they type in their login, and that machine instantly recognizes their parameters. So if they're working at that hospital or a hospital across town, all of their data is stored so that whenever they encounter one of our machines, it's always set up precisely through the intelligence connection. And in addition to that, we also have a function that's really designed to help the staff. So if the staff gets into a challenge with setup, or they have a new pack that they're trying to install and they have a question, they push the button on the machine. It actually connects them with one of our key technicians that understands the machine inside and out, and it helps them to really now have instantaneous information about the machine.
Amazing.
Yes.
That's a terrific feature. I didn't know about that. As a surgeon for 25 years, and I'm very busy, that is critical.
Absolutely.
It comes up literally every week that somebody has to figure out something on the machine and they're not experienced enough, and I'm in the middle of the eye, so I can't really get over there and help them. That's a great feature. Thank you. I think everybody should do that. That's wonderful.
Well, it's exciting. It's an exciting realm for us, and as we look at data and the importance of understanding how we actually leverage data, now that really opens the doors for totally, for looking totally in different directions. And so while we all want great outcomes for our patients, we also want what's right for our business as well. And if we can use that data and help your center improve efficiency or gain greater insights into how you utilize technology, we're all about that, and we're excited to be a part of that.
That's great, man. One final thing. You come to this meeting, I'm sure, fairly regularly. As I mentioned, I'm friendly with Cal Roberts. I see him at this meeting a lot. What does this meeting do for you? How do you view it for your job or personally when you come?
This is an exciting meeting for me. I tell you, OIS means really the start of a great week of conference. And so whether it's ASCRS, AAO, ASRS, it really gives me the opportunity to get grounded in all of the latest information, but most importantly, it gives me an opportunity to connect with surgeons, to other industry people, to the finance community, and really learn a lot about where the trends are headed, and ultimately how we can actually make good business decisions for our company as well. So this is really the start of a great week for me, always at OIS.
Agreed. Thanks a lot for taking the
Pleasure.
time to talk to us.
My pleasure.
Continued success. B&L has been wonderful for our space for decades, and we expect more.
It's our pleasure, and thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you.